Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. I would like to share with you today about how to deal with trauma when the children come back home. What I wanted to say about when children come back home, I'm talking about those children that left home for a few days, coming back, the parents not knowing where they are, and they're going through that phase where it's a little bit chaotic, and they just want to live their life until actually when they decide that outside is no longer acceptable for them, and they want to come home because the only place they know that is safe and the door will always be open is their home at their parents. Then it's going to be difficult for the parents and for the child. During that time, unfortunately, I know the parents go through this for a few years. I'm sharing what I know, what I lived, and the people close to me who went through those issues. Most of the parents that I know, they went through this about minimum 2 years, maximum 4 years. The child decide actually to rebel, to do what he wants to do. He don't want to go to school. He wants just to be with his friends, but his frequentation, his friends are not really a good friends. They are usually the friends that you don't hang out with them. They have like alcohol, drugs, and they don't behave actually. And you have your child who decide to sleep outside. You don't even know that he decided to sleep outside. He comes back maybe 3 days later. You need to call the police. The police is looking, but nothing. So during those periods, during those 2 years minimum, you're going through stress, anxiety. You still have some other children at home that you need to take care of. You have your work. It's not easy. Now the child decides to come back home. What you need to do as a parent is be patient, be calm, and supportive. If you are stressed, or you show anger, you show deception, even if you don't talk, but you just, your body language is saying everything, the child's going to shut down and is not going to talk, is not going to make an effort. And when he's coming back home, actually, it's more because he wants to heal, he wants to change. He learned his lessons for being outside that is not good for him. So you need to be there. You will see some sign of trauma when your kid is at home. The first few days, I will say the first couple of days, your child will stay in his room. He won't want to talk to anyone. Sometimes don't want to eat. What you need to observe is that some of the kids, even if they are 17, 18, they will wet their bed. They will not sleep. They will have nightmares. That's because they are reliving what was outside. And you need to be there. Just listen. In one point, you will see your child will come to you and will start talking. Sometimes they just want to talk. They don't want you to respond, actually. They don't really want you to respond. They just want someone just to listen to them. If you want a response or a reaction, it will let you know. For sure, it will let you know. So just be there, listen. I know sometimes when you might hear horrible things, you might want to react. Don't react. Just breathe. That's the only thing that you can do, because even for yourself, you need to think about your mental health. And there is no point for stressing or for yelling or anything. You will need to give him actually a new routine, because when he was outside, he was sleeping during the day maybe, and in the evening was living, doing party and everything. So now it's for you to help him, wake up in the morning, when to eat, when to go outside to have a little bit of fresh air, when to go back to sleep in the evening. You need also to let him take his own decision, and by the same time, be responsible of it. Because when he was outside, he was doing everything on his own. So now that he's coming back, you cannot tell him exactly what to do, because you're going to start arguing, because he's going to tell you, I'm big enough to do whatever I want to do. So let him take his decision, but be responsible also for what's going to happen after. If you think that your child is being more emotional than usual, like crying or cranky, anger, he starts showing some anger, you need to ask him what's going on. You need to ask him why he's crying, what makes him cry, actually. Because sometimes it's just a few words or few action that remind him what he lived or what he experienced. So you need to ask him. Don't be afraid to go deeper in the question. And when you ask a question, you just go first in general and go deeper. If he responds to you that, yeah, it's something that I experienced. Okay, what exactly did you experience? Can you explain to me what happened? And with no judgment, just be, natural, simple, like you always have been. And he must share some with you. If you think it's too much for you to handle because it's too painful, or because you don't understand, ask someone to help you, ask someone to be there with you. Or you can ask your son if you want to see a therapist or see someone to talk to. There is a coach, therapist, energy healing. There is, because the people who's doing energy healing, they're doing some coaching because they feel, they see, they can help your child through this process. And I'm sharing this because, like I mentioned before, I know a lot of children, because I have a lot of people around me. For some reason, the child have, how can I say that? They actually going through something. I don't call it like being, it's a problem, they have a problems or anything, but for me, I see it as a phase that they are going through in their lives, something that they need to go through that. Sometimes it happens when they are looking for answers that they don't get, so they try to get it outside, or maybe because the parents don't have time to give it to them because they are working, there is so much going on. And sometimes just because the parents, they just don't want to give the answer for some reason. I know a few of them. That's the reason why I'm saying this. And the child go outside to look for the answer and is hanging out with the wrong crowd, and that's when everything happened. But you will see that when the child is coming back home, first of all, you will feel sorry, you will feel ashamed, but I have a positive thought and experience with all those children, is that when they come back, it takes time to heal, about a few years probably, but they are coming back for better. I saw some of them being so joyful, so present with the emotions, so present with what's going on with their body. Sometimes they are more aware than adults, and maybe they needed that experience to be the person they are now today. It's not like they are old, they may be around 20, but I admire them because they accomplish so many things. And in the meantime, they have so many, I would say it's heavy on their shoulder. That's how I feel it. And sometimes I would just want to take out and just, just let the child be a child. But that's what they need to live. There is nothing, I can just be there for them, be there and present, healing. That's what I do. And just listen, because sometimes that's the only thing they need. But for those who are going through this period with their children, I just want to let you know that there is hope. The one I saw, the one I in contact today, I'm telling you, they are changed persons. They are really completely like, they come from here, like, stubborn, trouble, alcohol, smoking, to the quiet person, so in touch with their spirituality. And I'm surprised, but in a good way. I'm glad that they are able to go through this and change. But in the meantime, I know it's not easy every day, because sometimes just a world trick them and they're back to the trauma they had. I experienced it with one of the child. I was just talking, and boom, she was crying. But you see the motivation. You see that they want to get out from what they experience. They want more. And they do it through music. They do it through dance. The one I actually met, they dance, they do theater, they do rap. There is one child is doing rap. The music is so deep, the word that he chose, and is mentioned actually to his mom that he never had a chance to tell her how much he loves her. So that is for you to know that there is hope. We're going through this phase. I know it's painful, it's not easy, but there is a light in front. There is a light. We're going to come out of it as a better person, and they will teach you so much, because they're teaching me a lot. So I learn every day. I learn from them, the way they are passionate, the way they recognize what they did. They own it. They know what they did. And they were like saying, I was another person, because some of them don't even recall or remember what they did to some of a friends or family member. They don't remember. So I'm telling you, just be there for them. Even if today you might see that, oh my God, how am I going to go through this? You will go through this. Some of them are going to take more time, but it will. I trust the universe that he will do the right things, and is there with those children, and is putting his light over them for them to be able to see. And I'm telling you, more and more I see the children coming back home. That means something, right? Well, thank you for listening. If you have any question, if you want to talk, just put a comment below the video. I'm here for you. I'm here to listen. I'm here to advise you. I'm here if you need some healing. Thank you, everyone. Until next time, namaste.